The Daniel fast is a spiritual dietary plan based on the biblical story of Daniel. It typically involves eating only fruits, vegetables, and unleavened bread while drinking only water. The fast is often practiced for 10 to 21 days as a way to grow closer to God through prayer and self-discipline. Physical benefits include weight loss, detoxification, improved digestion, and reduced inflammation. Daniel was a righteous man, an Israelite living in Babylon when Israel was in captivity. God used the captivity in Babylon as his agent of judgment against Israel for their sins of idolatry and rebellion against him. Daniel and his friends remained faithful to God and were committed to living according to their principles, even in a foreign land. King Nebuchadnezzar offered them royal food and wine from his table for the 3 years of their training. Daniel and his friends refused to eat it because they did not want to defile themselves. This was because the food from the king's table may have been sacrificed to idols or may have violated Jewish dietary laws. Their refusal to defile themselves showed their commitment to following God's commandments and their desire to remain faithful to their beliefs. Daniel chapter 1 verse 12 to 16. Instead, they requested to be given only vegetables and water. Daniel asked for a quick test of their diet after the guard in charge of their care showed concern for their health. They were only allowed to eat vegetables for 10 days. After 10 days, their physical and mental well-being and attractiveness were compared to those of those who had accepted the royal meals. The guard was taken aback because Daniel and his friends looked better in all aspects. For the length of their training, Daniel and his pals were therefore allowed to stick to their diet. Daniel's commitment to prayer was unwavering, even when it meant risking his life. He understood the importance of seeking God's guidance and intervention in all circumstances. Babylon was later captured by Cyrus the Great. Daniel chapter 10 verses 1 to 3. In the 3rd year of Cyrus' reign, a revelation was given to Daniel concerning a great war. He had a vision that made the message clear to him. Daniel went on a mourning fast for the first 3 weeks of the year, a 21-day fast, seeking understanding and guidance. Until the end of the 3 weeks, he did not use any lotions, eat any kind of food, or eat meat or drink wine. During this time, Daniel devoted himself to prayer and sought the Lord's favor. He humbled himself before God, acknowledging his weaknesses and the sins of his people and interceding on their behalf. Daniel's prayer and fasting were not in vain. An angelic being, identified as Archangel Gabriel, appeared to him. The angel revealed that from the moment Daniel began his intercession, his prayer was heard and answered. But before the angel could reach Daniel, he had to fight a spiritual war with the Persian ruler, who detained him in the spiritual realm until the Archangel Michael saved him. This battle highlights the reality of unseen spiritual forces at work, even when we engage in fervent prayer. Let's pray to God to dispatch Archangel Michael in our spiritual battles. Daniel's commitment to prayer for 21 days shows us the importance of persistence in our intercession. We must not give up easily but continue to seek God's intervention with unwavering faith. Daniel's fast demonstrates the power of fasting in conjunction with prayer. Our hearts and thoughts are drawn closer to God during a fast, which strengthens our relationship with Him through our prayers. Our intercession has the power to shift spiritual forces, break strongholds like generational curses, spirits of delay, stagnation, and setbacks, and release God's purposes in our lives and the lives of others. May we also be willing to engage in spiritual warfare through fasting and prayer, trusting in God's power to break chains and bring about transformation. Throughout this story, we see God's faithfulness to Daniel. Despite the delay, the angelic messenger finally reached Daniel and brought him understanding and peace.